Shalom Aleichem and welcome back. We are now about a week before Purim, 2023, Tavshin Pei Gimel. In about a week we're going to celebrate the holiday of Purim. So we're going to talk about a little bit about Purim and the importance of Purim and why Purim called Pur. I based my teaching right now based on the Lubavitcher Rebbe free translation, the way I understand it, and why Purim called Pur. The word Purim called Pur, and why is that? Because the Pur is Purim was on the name of the Pur that Haman did to try to kill the Jewish people. And why we call this holiday Pur, what Haman tried to do to us. I mean, we could have called it a few other names like the holiday of Esther, the holiday of Mordechai, the Simcha, the holiday of Simcha, that we were saved, the holiday of Shushan. And we call it the holiday of Purim, on the name of the Pur that Haman did. So it must be something very, very special and hidden message over here that we call it on that name, the Pur. Pur is the lot that Haman tried to do, in Hebrew, the Goral, the Pur that he was trying to do to see what month it will be the best for him to do the decree to accomplish what he wanted to do to the Jewish people. So he tried many months, and every month was something else, a different holiday, a different luck to the Jewish people. Like 1 month was Nisan, he saw Pesach. 1 month was Sivan, was the Shavuot, we received the Torah, until he came to Adar. And in Adar he saw that Moshe Rabbeinu died that month. So he said, oh, that's a very bad month for the Jewish people, and in Adar I'm going to make my decree come true. The only thing he didn't know that on Adar also Moshe Rabbeinu was born. He was died on 7 Adar, and he was born on 7 Adar. But that's not enough to take the holiday and to call it Purim just because of that Adar with Moshe Rabbeinu. It must be something more deep because in that name that he called it. So let's try to understand a little bit. Purim, it's a very, very special holiday to the Jewish people. It's spelled the same thing as Yom Kippur. And everybody knows what is Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur and Purim, spelled the same. Just one letter is the difference, the Chaf, that make it like Purim. So Yom Kippur become like Purim. Kippurim, like Purim. So that means that Purim is in a higher level than Yom Kippur. Of course, a lot of people don't know it because like Yom Kippur, everybody knows it's the high holidays and it's advertisement and the papers and people know Yom Kippur. Even if they don't do anything the whole year, Yom Kippur is Yom Kippur. They all go to synagogue and everybody do something about that day. It's a fast day, atonement day. But Purim, we take it lightly sometime. But we see that Yom Kippur and Purim spell the same thing. And Purim is a higher level because Yom Kippur is only like Purim. What we have in the two holidays that make the match? In Yom Kippur and Purim, it says, before Hashem, you're going to cleanse yourself. Before Hashem. On the Pshat is mean that in Yom Kippur you come to shul, you come to the synagogue, and you stand in front of Hashem, and you ask for atonement for all the year and the sins that you did, and ask for a good year to come. That means you come in front of Hashem. In Chassidut they explain to come before Hashem is before the creation of the world, time and place. Let's say if you can understand something like before, if you take a page, a white page, empty page, and you take a pen and you put a dot, start creation of something, creation of the worlds. But there is something before that. Everything is equal. Darkness and light is the same. That's before you put the pen on the paper stay white. That's mean before creation, before the Eibishter, before creation of the world. How we see that? In Yom Kippur it says, before Hashem titaru, purify yourself. And in Purim it says, the Megillah, the scroll of Esther, doesn't have the name of Hashem. So the same thing, it's before Hashem, because Hashem hide himself so much in the Megillah. He says, Aster astir panai, I will hide the hidden, that you can't even see that something was hiding. So this means the Megillah and Yom Kippur is the level of before Hashem. And also in both of the holidays, there is the Lat, the Goral. In Purim, Haman did the Goral, the Pur, to see what month is going to do his decree. And in Yom Kippur, we had the two goats. They're both equal. And they had to take one and to throw it to Azazel over the mountain with all the sins. And one they had to make a korban. And because they both supposed to be equal exactly, they had to make a lot, a pur, a goral, to see which one is going to go over the mountain, over the cliff, and which one is going to be brought as a korban, as a sacrifice. So they both match in Yom Kippur and Purim, both have the pur in them for the goral and for before Havaya. Before Havaya, again, it's mean before the creation of the world, where everything is equal, darkness and light, everything is equal over there. There's nothing exists yet over there. Now we have a obligation from our sages, obligating us to drink wine, to become intoxicated in Purim. So that's mean every person to his level. If you never drink, you drink a drop more. If you drink a drop, you drink 2 drops. But the Indian is not really to just to get drunk in wine. It's the learning Torah. Wine is a sword. Wine in Gematria is a secret. Wine in Gematria is secret. And in Purim, we're trying to get to the secrets of all secrets to see why the name of the Eibishter is not mentioned in the Megillah, in the Megillat Esther. And also the same thing in Yom Kippur. But in Yom Kippur, we eat, and before, it's a mitzvah to eat before the day before, and then we have to fast, we have to go to shul. There is things that we have to do to get the atonement from the Eibishter. And in Purim, it's a much higher level of a holiday. We don't have to do all this. There is no borders, boundaries. It's a day of just happiness and parties and eating, and we have music, we have everything. And this is the forgiveness that Hashem is giving us, opposite of Yom Kippur. As a matter of fact, it's written that every holiday the Jewish people had, they used to have policemen watching the people, that it shouldn't be anything that it's not supposed to be, like over drinking, over partying in any holidays. The only time they didn't have this policemen to watch and guards was in Purim. In Purim, it was as much as you can ad the lo yada, to reach the level that the unknown. That's the holiday of Purim, is to reach the level of the unknown. And we're going to try to touch this a little bit more about what does it mean, the unknown. Purim is a halacha, is a mitzvah to get to the unknown. It's written in Shulchan Aruch, the book of law, to get to the unknown. So let's talk about a little bit more. Why Purim is with the wine? We see that the miracle of Purim happened that Vashti was invited to the party with the Achashverosh, the king. She refused, and the wine finished her, what they did to her. And Esther with the wine, she made the party with the wine, and that's when Achashverosh decided to kill Haman. And Haman came to the party and with the wine, and that was his end. So there's a lot of wine involved over there in this story of Purim. And Purim is, like I said before, is the gematria numerical value of wine is sod, is secret. It's also raz, it's also or, light. So we have the wine, we have the sword, the secret, and we have the light. The light, they're going to put light on everything that we are talking about. We're going to put the light on it to see exactly what it's mean. Megillat Esther itself is a Megillah, it's a scroll. What does it mean Megillat Esther? Megillat Esther means that you take the scroll and you, Megillah is from the word reveal. Megillah is to galot, to reveal. So the Megillah of Esther, and Esther means to hide, secret. So by being involved in the Megillat Esther, reading the Megillat Esther, we're revealing the name of Hashem that is hidden over there in the highest level. That's mean Megillah. We undo the scroll, and we read the Megillah, and we're revealing the same thing the word Megillah is to reveal, revealing the secrets of the Eibishter of Hashem in the Megillah. Through the reading of the Megillah, we find out all the secrets that is hidden over there. The word Pur also, my friend told me, Purim is from the word Pur. That's also pouring wine. That's another name for the holiday. We call it Purim because we pour a lot of wine. We drink a lot of wine. So what is that halachically law of to go out to the unknown, to go to the unknown? To go to the unknown is mean to the place that we don't know. By drinking a little bit and getting drunk a little bit, and we're putting the brain like in a neutral, and our thinking able us to calm down and not to think for a minute about make space. By making this space, we can reach to the unknown and connect to the unknown of the Hashem in the Megillah. And the Jewish people, when they had the decree of Haman, they all got the word of Mordechai and Esther, and they was fasting. And none of them said that they're going to change their religion. They all stood in sacrifice for 11 months, which is above any intellect, that they decided they're going to just don't change their religion, even though if they could have changed their religion, nothing would happen to them because the decree of Haman was just for the Jewish people. But we see they all stood in 11 months and none of them changed his religion. This going so deep into their neshama to reveal the Jewishness in them causes the same thing to Eibishter to reveal himself in the most essence of him, to connect to the Jewish people, to show that we are one. In Shavuot, when we received the Torah, the Jewish people, according to the Bible, they saw revelation of Hashem. They said, of course, we see the Mount Sinai on fire, and Hashem revealed himself and gave the Torah with Moshe Rabbeinu and everything. It was easy to accept the Torah. It was no self-sacrifice at all needed. They saw it. They accepted it. They said, okay, we'll do. But in Purim, when they didn't see, and it was so hidden, that Hashem hid himself twice, hidden in the story of the Megillah, we don't see any name of Hashem at all. So that's why in Purim, they really revealed themselves something that they didn't reveal even in Shavuot when they received the Torah. Because then it was known, then it's like somebody have water, he's not thirsty. Now when they didn't have any water, and now they didn't see Hashem, now they really felt so thirsty and desire for Hashem. And that came out. It came out because of the Pur. The Pur is what revealed to them really how them and Hashem is one. How the Jewish people and Hashem is one. It's happened because the Pur that Haman did. Exactly the opposite happened. By him doing the Pur, he revealed that the Jewish people and the Eibishter is one. And that's what came out in Purim. And that's why we call it Purim. Because the Pur that Haman did, that's exactly what revealed the Jewish people by us. When you do a Pur, when they had the two goats in Yom Kippur, they decide which one is going to go. So the guy didn't choose, the Kohen didn't choose and said, yeah, I'm going to take the one on the right, the left. He didn't choose because exactly the same. He didn't want to use his intellect, or he didn't want to say his desire. He did a lot. The Goral, that's above like nature, above me choosing, above my decision. That's the Goral. And that's what the Goral that Haman tried to get to. He tried to do the Goral, and he tried all the months until he fell on Adar, and he said, this is the month that Jewish people don't have a luck, I'm going to go there. He was trying to reach a very high level, the high level of above nature. Like when I started before and I said he tried to reach the part of Hashem that everything is equal, that the page is still white and nothing was created yet. So over there, maybe he's going to do the lot, he's going to change like Hashem's mind and say, over here, everything is equal. I'm doing the lot, they lost, and I win, and you can do whatever you want. But when he came over there, and Hashem said, yeah, you did the lot, but I choose them. Even though you did the lot, I control the lot. I still, my essence in the Jewish people is the same one, is one. We are one. And that's when Hashem chooses us. So the simcha of Purim, the happiness of Purim, that we get drunk and happy, and not drunk, I mean, in stupidity. Have a lechaim, talk Torah, and the drunkenness of Divrei Torah, to be happy in Divrei Torah that we are not even used to, something new, something that go above regular. And the revelation over there is that's what the Jewish people reach. A place above the desire, above the intellect, that they didn't know even why they're doing it. If you ask them at that time, they would say, I don't know. I see the decree of a man trying to kill the Jewish people, and we are just, the Jewish in me cannot tell me any other way. That there's no other way I can do it. I'm standing and I'm sacrificed, and I want to prove that I'm part of Hashem. I can't do anything else. I can't do others. So the happiness of Purim, it's exactly that we happy because we prove to ourselves and to the Eibishter how we are one. We are one in that. And in Yom Kippur we see it, but in Yom Kippur it's not the same because we have to do things to get to that point. In Purim we see it because everything we have, and we still choose in Hashem. Of really the world's not independent. We don't have the Ter Bet HaMikdash. Until when? Now, when we have everything, is the time to really say that we sacrifice again the more than ever. And to say to the Eibishter, until when? In this Purim, really get out of all the secrets that you have and reveal to us yourself in the Ter Bet HaMikdash. And we should see Mashiach now and live in the days like we used to have with all the Jewish people celebrating as one in Ahavat Israel, love Israel, and all as one being together. Hashem should bless everybody, bracha and atzlacha. Thank you very much. And if everybody want to donate to me, we have advertisements, we do events, We have some expenses, so we'll appreciate anybody want to go on the website and donate something to help us continue advertising, make events, and spreading Yiddishkeit. Appreciate very much. Chag Sameach.